Where's the light switch in this place? I can't even see a thing.
It's so dark in here. I really don't know. But hey, I have an idea. Take this.
Ah!
You're a werewolf.
And you're Mark. Wow, the clapper really does work.
Oh my gosh. Oh, hello everyone, and happy Halloween out there.
We will be your gracious host for the evening during this spooky night of Halloween programmings on Q.
My name is Mark Morrow.
And my name is Billy Driver, and we are Strangetown. We produce a paranormal series based in Austin, where later on tonight we will show you one of our most frightening episodes.
But first, we are extremely thrilled to present you with Birth of the Living Dead, a film directed by Rob Coons. It is about the 1968 cult classic film Night of the Living Dead and that film's legacy. It features the film's director, George A. Romero, and other guests.
Romero pretty much changed cinematic history with his zombie films. He is regarded as the godfather of the dead and was the first to portray them as flesh-eating cannibals. He also never used the word zombie in this film. He referred to them as ghouls.
I did not know that, but did you know that Reader's Digest tried to scare people away from watching the film when it was released, claiming that it would inspire and promote cannibalism? And they also used chocolate syrup to simulate the blood.
No, but that explains why they were so hungry throughout the film.
I bet so. Unfortunately, the world lost this iconic director recently in July of 2017, but his work will forever live on, spawning many sequels since Night of the Living Dead. This film will always be preserved in the Library of Congress.
Rest in peace, George, and we hope you enjoy Birth of the Living Dead right on Q.
Q 18.3.
Dang, you sunk my master control.
All right,
I'm surprised we're still on. Oh, hey, good evening, everyone. I'm Billy Driver.
And I'm Mark Morrow. We both host another program here on Q called Strangetown. As paranormal investigators, we try to seek out answers from the other side. Even though nothing has been proven scientifically, our work is done through a theoretical approach.
But we're not here to talk about ghosts quite yet. Coming up next, you will learn about the other living dead. On this episode of Secrets of the Dead, Vampire Legend, you will follow scientists as they uncover burials dating back to medieval England, pointing to a belief that the dead could rise from their graves. Predating Eastern European legend, these discoveries force a re-examination of the modern vampire lore.
Well, man, that sounds completely fascinating. I wonder what they will uncover because, as we all know, vampires have been around forever. They've been immortalized on the silver screen, through books, and even some consider themselves to be vampires.
Including yourself, Mark?
Oh.
Oh, man. Well, let's see what this group of scientists uncover on this episode of Secrets of the Dead, Vampire Legend on Q.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh.
And thank you for joining us on this spooky night. My name is Mark Morrow.
And I'm Billy Driver, and we are from Strangetown, your very own local paranormal TV show right here on Q. We will be your hosts this Halloween evening.
That's right. And later tonight, we will be playing one of our favorite Strangetown episodes. But right now, let's have a look into some of Wolfman's BFFs, Frankenstein and Vampire.
Well, you know, it's kind of interesting that my BFFs were created while telling ghost stories. The night when authors Mary Shelley, Lord Byron, and friends gathered at Lake Geneva is the night when Frankenstein and the modern vampire were born, a defining moment in Gothic history.
Wait. You mean Bram Stoker wasn't there that night?
No, he wrote Dracula in 1897, 85 years after their slumber party, and based his character on Vlad the Impaler.
Well, what about Count Chocula? Who wrote about him?
This guy? General Mills did. Anyways, combining drama with the opinions of a stellar cast of Gothic, horror, and science fiction writers, this is the story of Lord Byron's challenge to his friends to write the best ghost story. Here's Frankenstein and the Vampire, only on Q. Hey, welcome back to our night of spooky episodes. My name is Billy Driver, your favorite Wolfman, and this over here is, hey, Mark, Peter Venkman, back on the air, quick ghost.
Oh, sorry, I was giving these new mind-reading goggles a try. What did I miss?
We're finally gonna talk about ghosts.
Ghosts, yes. Is that where this night is finally headed? I can't wait. You know, this is one of our favorite subjects, and something we each know a thing or two about.
I know, but on this upcoming episode of Haunted Texas Peyton Colony, Austin Ghost Tour owner and host Janine Plummer takes us to the Peyton Colony in the Texas Hill Country.
This colony is a settlement established by former slaves after the Civil War. And new residents in the vicinity of this abandoned community report visions of African Americans dressed in period clothing as if time had never passed. Janine interviews the current property owners and descendants of those who established the colony.
Apparitions in an abandoned community? Now that's what I'm talking about. Enjoy Haunted Texas right here on Q.
We hope that tonight's programming has given insight to the mind of George A. Romero and his zombies. Plus, you learned all about Wolfman's BFFs, Frankenstein and the vampire. Then we took you on a journey to the Texas Hill Country to discover the unknowns of the Peyton Colony.
But now we're taking you on our journeys. Strangetown started out as a hobby in 2013 and has grown into a full-fledged television show right here on Q.
One of our first webisodes we ever filmed was at the Morris Crossing Bridge in Richard Moya Park, just south of the Austin-Bergstrom Airport. And you'll notice when you watch this episode, there is a moment when we are on the bridge and Billy walks away, leaving me all alone in the total darkness. And I remember being so scared in that moment, not only for myself, but for Billy, who was walking into the dark unknown at the other side of the bridge. I had no idea what was going to happen to us that night.
We were such scaredy cats and such amateurs. I mean, we even witnessed other paranormal occurrences without the camera even rolling. We saw a glowing orb appear from the trees and it just disappeared at the end of the bridge. And we even had a tennis ball move from one location to another. Both times, no cameras are rolling.
Golly. Well, from what we encountered that night, it taught us to always keep the camera recording. And it drove us to seek out more paranormal claims across the state of Texas.
Just so you know, Morris Crossing Bridge used to be part of the original Congress Avenue Bridge, but a section of it was relocated to Onion Creek in 1915. There was a massive storm in 1921 known as the Great Thrall Taylor Storm, which claimed the lives of 6 people, all living in Onion Creek.
You know, I wonder if they were the glowing orbs that we saw, or what caused the tennis balls to move. Anyways, there are more stories to be told about the bridge, and we hope you enjoy one of our earliest investigations at Morris Crossing.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, Billy?
You ever been to the old Yoakum Hospital in Yoakum, Texas?
You mean the place where a dark shadow figure followed us home that one time? Yeah, I think I've been there, and I don't want to go back.
Because this upcoming episode has to be one of our most frightening experiences, both on and off camera. Happy Halloween and welcome back to our night of spooky television here on KLRU-Q. I'm Billy Driver.
And I'm Mark Morrow, and we are the creators and producers of Strangetown. While documenting our adventures, we approach each investigation as skeptics and try to find rational explanations on the strange occurrences that we encounter. Even though we have stumbled upon situations that are unexplainable, we're not here to convince you that ghosts exists, but rather take you on a voyage through the history and unsettled stories that are left behind.
I tried to be a skeptic during this Yoakum episode, but every rational explanation failed to exist. What has to be one of our creepiest locations and also a very active location did not disappoint. We were there for 2 days, and ever since we stepped in the door, something kept following us.
Yeah, I mean, upon arrival, I immediately knew that we were in for a treat because the building just had an unsettling energy about it. And because of its unkempt state, the walls and ceilings were covered in that thick mold. The terrible air quality required that we wear respirators while inside the building.
Since its inception in 1922, this was once a thriving hospital to the city of Yoakum, but through financial hardship, they had the trouble keeping the doors open. In 1997, a new facility opened only miles away, leaving the original structure to sit abandoned for over 2 decades. Leaving the original to be a mirror of the past. Paranormal stories have surfaced of a mysterious blue nun, dark shadows, part of the one we saw, appearing down the hallways, and children's spirits running within the walls of this building.
You know, honestly, I feel that we encountered all of those things and then some. We captured so much evidence that we couldn't even fit it all into the episode. But keep in mind, none of this is proven in scientific research, but we can't deny our firsthand experiences. All our tools are used in theory.
As much as we enjoyed filming this episode, we hope it opens your eyes to the possibility of the unknown. Without further ado, the Old Yoakum Hospital. Pencil for you, 3 musketeers for me, screwdriver for you, ding-dongs for me, hammer for you, oh, a big hunk for me.
You went trick-or-treating without me? And by the way, you know I prefer the taste of nails to hammers.
Yeah, I had to because that Yoakum nun really shivered your timbers right up to the catwalk up there.
Well, yeah, that little girl's voice coming through the spirit box, saying that she was evil, that would shiver even the bravest of timbers.
We would like to thank you all for staying up with us, and a big thank you to KLRU for putting this together. We hope you have a safe and spooky Halloween and that you made out better than Mark did.
Well, yeah, I guess that does it for us. Halloween was sure fun this year, and we enjoyed spending the evening entertaining you. Okay, Billy, are you ready to really go trick-or-treating now?
Yeah, I'm ready. Happy haunting, everyone.